Oke, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Balik lagi bersama saya Noval di Papiana Archie. Di sini kali ini saya akan melakukan sebuah hands-on pada sebuah lab yang berjudul Build Your DB Server and Interact with Your DB using an App. Kita start labnya dulu. This lab is designed to reinforce the concept of leveraging an AWS managed database instance for solving relation database need. Amazon Relation Database Service, Amazon RDS, make it easy to set up, operate, and scale a relation database in the cloud. It provides cost-efficient and reliable capacity while managing time-consuming database administration tasks, which allow you to focus on your application and business. Amazon RDS provide you with 6 familiar database engines to choose from: Amazon Aurora, Oracle, Microsoft SQL Server, PostgreSQL, MySQL, and MariaDB. By the end of this lab, you will be able to launch an Amazon RDS. RDS itu adalah Relation Database Service instance with high availability. Configure the DB instance to permit connection from your web server, open a web application, and interact with your database. Aduh, bukan. Duration: this lab takes approximately 30 minutes. AWS service restriction: in this lab environment, access the AWS service and service action might be restricted to the ones that are need to complete the lab instruction. You might encounter errors if you attempt to access other service or perform action beyond that one that are described in this lab. Okay, scenario: when you start the lab, the following infrastructure is provided: AWS Cloud Region, Availability Zone A, Availability Zone B, Internet Gateway, sini jam internet. Sini ada PVC-nya, Virtual Private Cloud dengan IP-nya 10.0.1.16, Public Subnet 1, Net Gateway, Private Subnet 1, Pesan 2, Public Subnet. Oke, Security Group, Web Server, and Net Gateway. By end of this lab, you will have this infrastructure. Nah, di sini bedanya ada RDBS, Relation Database Service, Security Group, Master, Secondary. Oke, pertama accessing the AWS Management Console. Nah, kini kita sedang menunggu sampai hijau. To connect the AWS Management Console, choose the AWS link in the upper left corner. Getting credit for your work. At the end of this lab, you will be instructed to submit the lab, receive a score based on your progress. Sebelum kita masuk ke task 1, create a security group for the RDS DBase instance, Relation Database Service. In this task, you will create a security group to allow your web server to access your RDS DB instance. The security group will be used when you launch the database instance. In the AWS Management Console, in the search box next to service, search for the select VPC. Oke, kita mulai. Masuk. The credential in your login like were invalid, please contact your administration. Oh, at the top of the level start the time will put over the time limit to request send line and time customer before time start. Before continue, wait until secret right of the head in green to enable control. akun. Ini nggak perlu di apa itu namanya, tetap samaran kan? Coba kita cek dulu. Ah, nggak perlu. Oke, ya saya baru ingat. Oke, kita sudah masuk. Help us improve the AWS console experience. Take a moment to answer this one-time question to shape future console improvement. What task do you want to perform in AWS console today? I don't know. Yuk kita lanjut. Search VPC. Cut. Save. Kita masuk ke VPC. In the left navigation pane, choose security group. Choose create security group. Oke, kita habis itu create security group. Security group name DB security. Description permit access from web security group. Next, VPC lab VPC. This is lab VPC. Tip: choose the X next to VPC that is already selected, then choose lab VPC from the menu. Okay. In the inbound rules pane, choose add rule. Okay, the security group currently has no rules. You will add a rules to permit access from the web security group. configure the following setting: tipe MSQL Aurora, nah, source, place your cursor in the field to the right of custom TSG and then select web security group. This configure the data security group to permit inbound traffic on port 336 from any EC2 instance that is associated with the web security group. Source, place your cursor in the field to the right of custom type SG. Maksudnya apa? Sabar tuh. Aduh, mana ini ya? Kok nggak dapet sih? Tunggu sebentar. Oh. Cari di sini SG. Nah, ini. Nah, oke, lanjut. Choose create security group. Oke. Selanjutnya create security group. Oke, create security group. Oke, berhasil. Save. Lalu ini nomor 4. Nah, task to create a DB subnet group. In this task, we create a DB subnet group that is used to tell RDS which subnet can be used for the database. Each DB subnet group requires subnet in at least 2 availability zones. In the AWS Management Console, in the search box next to service, search for the select RDS. RDS. Di sini Aurora RDS ya, nggak ada lagi. Ya sudah, kita gunakan yang ini. Terus in the left navigation pane, choose subnet group. If the navigation pane is not visible, choose the menu icon in top left corner, subnet group. Choose create DB subnet group. Create DB subnet group. Then configure name DB subnet group. Lalu description DB subnet group. Lab PPC. Lab PPC. Scroll down to and add subnet section. Add subnet section. Down to add subnet section. Expand the list of value under availability zone and select the first two zones. Use is1A and use is1B. US is 1A and US is 1B. Okay. Expand the list of value under subnet and select the subnet associated with the CID range, and the subnet should now be shown in the subnet selected table. What? Sampai choose create. Oke, setelah itu choose create. Add subnet. Tujuh. Lalu create. Pencet create. Successfully. Task 3, create an Amazon RDS DB instance. In this task, you will configure and launch a multi-AZ Amazon RDS deployment of a MySQL database instance. Amazon RDS multi-AZ deployment provide enhanced availability and durability for database instance. Make them a natural fit for production database workload. When you provision a multi-AZ DB instance, Amazon RDS automatically creates a primary DB instance and synchronously replicate the data to a standby instance in a different availability zone. In the left navigation pane, choose database. Wait. Choose database. Okay. No database. Choose create database. If you switch to the new database creation flow at the top of screen, please choose it. Create database. Select MySQL under engine option. Select MySQL. Under template, choose dev test. Under template, dev test. Under availability and durability, choose multi-AZ DB instance. Okay, under setting, configure LabDB. Master username main. Master password, lab password. Master username, master password. Mana master password? master username, master passwordnya mana? Loh, mana ini? Oh, nah, uh, okay. Under DB instance class, configure select burst table classes. Burst table classes, lalu select dbt3 micro. Okay. Under storage configure storage type general, under storage general purpose SSD. Okay. Allocate storage 20. Under connectivity configure virtual private cloud lab VCC. Wait. Under connectivity configure. Ini. Ini apa ini? Don't connect to an AC to computer instance. Compute resource. Connect to AC to compute resource. Under connectivity configure virtual private cloud VPC-nya lab VPC. Under existing VPC security group, from the drop down list choose DB security group. Under existing VPC group. Oh, ini dia. Group under existing group choose DB security group. Deselect default. Choose DB security group, deselect default. Okay. Under monitoring, expand additional configure, uncheck enable enhance monitoring. Under monitoring, expand additional configuration, uncheck enable enhance monitoring. Under additional computer, configure initial database name. Initial database name lab. Lah, tulis aja lah. Lab. Uncheck enable automatic backup. Uncheck enable encryption. This will turn off backup, which is not normally recommended but will make the database deploy faster for this lab. Oke, habis itu create database. Your database will now be launched. If you receive an error mention no authorization to perform I am creator, make sure you uncheck enable enhance monitoring in the previous step. Enhance monitoring step. Oke. Dari atas kita pertama pilih engine option. Apa? Kita tulisin aja. Template of template, habis itu template. Availability and durability. Under setting configure labdb. Confirm password udah. Under db instance class boot stable db instance ini screenshot 15. Lalu kita underscore configure under connectivity configure virtual private cloud. Under existing VPC security group, terus DB security group. Choose create database. Setelah sudah kita choose create database, kita pencet your database will now be launched. If you receive an error and mention no authorize perform, make sure uncheck enable enhanced monitoring in the previous tab. Choose LabDB, choose the link itself. You will now need to wait approximately 4 minutes for the database to be available. The deployment process is deploying a database into different availability zone. While you're waiting, you might want to review the Amazon RDS fax frequency, ask and question to grab a cup of coffee. Terus nah, senang creating database. Wait until info change modify or available. Oh, modify available. Okay, suppose creating change to wait until info change to modify. Scroll down the connectivity and security section and copy the endpoint field. It would look like faster and later you will use it later in the lab. Oh, kita tunggu dulu. Creating a database. View a connection detail. Coba sih kita lihat ini Amazon RDS pack. What the Amazon RDS Aduh, terang banget ini. Masih creating, kita tunggu. Are they have promise deploy option for Amazon RDS? Sukses. Oke. Jika sudah sukses, kita lanjut. Scroll down. Wait until info change modify. Oh, status modify. Kita tunggu sampai available. Scroll down to connectivity and security. Kita tunggu sampai available. Oke. Scroll down to the connectivity and security section and copy the endpoint field. Okay. Paste the endpoint value into the text editor. You will illustrate later in this lab. Task interact with your database. In this task, you will open a web application running on the web server that has been created for you. You will configure it or use the database that you just create. To discover the web server IP address, choose the iOS retail drop-down menu above this instruction. Copy the IP address menu. Open the check window, type paste and web server IP address, and enter the web application will be displayed showing information about the EC2 instance. Choose the RDS link at the top of the page. You will now configure the application to connect your database. Configure the following setting. A message will appear explaining that the application is running command. Masih modifying ya. A message will appear explaining that the application is running a command to copy information to the database. After a few seconds, the application will display an address book. The address book application is using the RDS database to store information. Test the new application by adding, editing, and removing context. The data is being persisted to the database and is automatically replicating to the second availability zone. Sudah kita pencet aja. Wait. Sabar. Wait. Maksudnya apa? Scroll down to the connectivity and security. Ini maksudnya. Oh, ini connectivity and security. Scroll down to connectivity and security section and copy the endpoint field. Endpoint ini endpoint aduh Task 4. To discover the website private address, choose the iOS detail drop-down menu above the instruction. Copy the address value. Yang mana ya? To discover the website per IP address, choose the iOS detail drop-down menu above. Oh, ini. masuk ke sini, kita ambil ini. Salah. Copy the IP address value. Okay. Open new browser tab, paste and web server IP address and press enter. Waduh. Wah. Sabar. Masalahnya ini available. Aduh. Masalah ini udah available. Kita coba dulu. Timeout ya. In this time, you open web application running on the web server that has been created of you. You will configure it to use the database that you just create. To discover the web server IP address, choose on the AWS details drop-down menu above this instruction. Copy the IP address value. Web address apa ini ya? Kita cobain aja lah. What? Cambridge. Nah, ini dia. Uhuy. Lah, ini sama aja. Sudah nggak apa-apa. Itu waktu saja ini. Save. 25. kita masuk ke open the browser tab, choose RDS in the link at the top of the page. You will now configure the application to connect to on your database. Configure the following setting: endpointnya tadi yang ini. Database lab, username yang main, passwordnya lab password, the message will explain that the application is running a command to copy information of the database. After a few seconds, the application will display an address book. The address book application is using the RDS database to store information. Test the web application by adding, editing, and removing contact. Nah, di sini sudah muncul addressing booknya 67. Kita lihat test the web application by adding, editing, and removing. First name Agus Pau 098. Aduh, oke, emailnya rebus.gmail.com. Oke, mantap. Selanjutnya submitting your work to record your progress. Oke, kita submit. Yes. Masih submission report and grading. Oke, total skornya sudah 20. Lab complete. Congratulations, you have completed the lab. Choose and lab. Yes. Oke. Choose egg with the corner to close the panel. Oke, kita close dulu. Lab complete. Oke, kita complete ya. Jadi mungkin cukup sekian hands on dari saya akhiri. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.